Papoose didn't just have a side chick baby, he had a whole roster. The Cali Girl wasn't hiding in shadows. She was on Africa trips at Win Records family events, standing directly in Claressa's face the entire time. And we finally know exactly why Claressa snapped on Alicia Baumgardner, and it had absolutely nothing to do with Alicia. Welcome back to Shella Elite, where the tea is scalding and we never sugarcoat anything for anybody. New here, subscribe and ring that bell because missing this one is on you. Elite family, you already smelled the smoke before I posted. Everything today is based on publicly available information, allegedly, reportedly, but baby, these dots are connecting themselves. Quick background, Remy exposed Papoose 2024, Claressa defended him, texts leaked, divorce filed May 2025. But today we go deeper because there is a whole new character in this story and her name is Miss Cali. For months, people kept saying Remy fumbled Papoose like he was some once-in-a-lifetime prize. But let's be serious. You can't fumble a man who was already juggling multiple relationships while hiding behind a marriage. That's not being dumped. That's escaping the chaos. Remy said it best, whoever gets you, they'll see. And now Claressa is seeing exactly what everyone was warned about, but admitting it would mean confessing that the fairy tale sold online was never as perfect as it looked. Then came Claressa's own leaked messages, and they told a completely different story. Behind the smiling photos, she was asking for time, attention, flowers, and the bare minimum, while feeling ignored and frustrated. The woman calling him her dream man was privately questioning where she stood. And that's the biggest twist of all, because the strongest receipts didn't come from Remy. They came straight from Claressa's own words. Sometimes the loudest expose isn't what your critics say, it's what you accidentally say about yourself.
Hey man, I was with the same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm from the street and make me feel some type of way? Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny watching people like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When shit was cool, when shit was like, when it was what I thought it was, I kept it a bean. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treats you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that? Nobody. Oh, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, man, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever gets you, they'll see. I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. Well, why she outed me? Well, why she outed me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image.
Nobody falls in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. One line, and it explains everything. The shocking part, Papoose and Remy reportedly hadn't shared a bed since 2022. While the public kept believing the perfect love story, the image stayed alive because it benefited him far more than the truth ever could. According to the claims, Remy wanted the timeline made public, but that never happened because once the truth comes out, every version of the story starts falling apart. Claressa didn't walk into a fairy tale. She walked into a situation that was already complicated. This wasn't about love, it was about protecting an image for as long as possible. And when someone is never fully honest with anyone, eventually everybody ends up paying the price.
Always together, we're always connected. So it's not like we're fighting over a man or anything like that. Like, that's a stupid narrative. I'm a grown and I'm a good looking woman who's successful. I don't gotta fight over no man.
Real talk.
I can get any man that I want, if we're being honest. But I chose him, he chose me, and we're together. It's just that they were like this whole black love thing. And I think that's where like the fans are kind of stuck at, like, oh, this was our black love. This and that's what they were used to, I guess. And then I came into the equation and me and him got together. And just to be honest, we weren't supposed to be public. We was not supposed to be public. She did that. Remy did that.
Did you catch what Claressa just said? I know he cares about his personal image. She said that. Her own mouth. She confirmed his entire motivation was image management. Not love, not loyalty, image. This is the man she defends publicly every single day. And in one unguarded moment, she told the whole internet his primary concern is never her. It is how he looks. Remy posted, Papoose fell asleep on the phone with Claressa while laying in my house, and baby girl, you are not the only one. Not the only one. A third woman from California, and Remy knew the entire time. Claressa called the texts fake, called Remy bitter, but Remy already knew about the flowers text, already knew about the begging, details only someone with direct access could know. You do not fake that level of specificity, baby. Bitter people scream. Remy came with a case file. That is not bitterness. That is documentation.
Go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go. That's all. So he could sit over there and call me every day about how being here just makes me think about everything. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
The Africa trip. Papoose told Claressa to take shots instead of pills so she would not go. Seemed minor. Baby, it was everything. Remy thought he wanted Claressa gone so he could call Remy from Africa. But the real reason, Miss Cali was already on that Africa trip. He did not want two women in the same country at the same time. That is not forgetfulness. That is active roster management. And Miss Cali's full connection changes this story completely. She is tied to Kada, daughter of the Win Records ogre, the same Win Records that Papoose signed Claressa to. Connect every dot, baby. Papoose signs Claressa to Win Records. Owner's daughter hangs out with Miss Cali. Miss Cali goes on Africa trips with the Win Records crew. Miss Cali attends Win Records family events. Claressa is building a career while the woman her man allegedly sees is embedded in her own label. His loyalty was never to Claressa. She was not a girlfriend baby. She was a business acquisition with a ring light and a dream. He did not sign her because he believed in her music. He signed her to keep everything in one controllable circle. That is not love. That is a trap with a record deal attached.
First step, a milestone that you're making into adulthood. Be careful, be safe, Dad loves you.
Now pay close attention because this is where every piece of the puzzle starts connecting. The Win Records event wasn't a red carpet. It was a private family celebration with only the inner circle in the room. Claressa and Papoose showed up together, then later appeared at the fight wearing the exact same outfits. But another familiar face was there too. Miss Cali, looking completely comfortable with the same circle. That's when the timeline, the trips, and the repeated connections suddenly became impossible to ignore. If Claressa noticed those patterns, she also knew this story was much bigger than what was being posted online. So that is today's tea. A man hiding behind black love while managing a full roster. Texts proving Claressa begged for flowers he never sent. A Cali Girl on Africa trips and family events the entire time. And a fight with Alicia that had nothing to do with Alicia. 2 questions for my elite family. 1, does Claressa know how deep Miss Callie's Win Records connection actually goes? 2, after every receipt today, was this ever real love or always just business with a love story pasted over it? Drop it below. I read every comment and I will respond. Smash that like, subscribe to Shella Elite, and send this to somebody still defending this man. I'm Shella. The tea is always hot at Shella Elite. Baby, I will see you in the next one. Not